Hello, welcome to Let's Talk Sports with Rick and Jack. My friend Jack, how are you?
Wonderful, sir. How are you doing today on your birthday?
Oh, thank you for remembering. It is my birthday, everybody. Now that Jack let the cat out of the bag, that's what this cake is. The crew here so gratefully brought me some cake, and we'll throw it at each other, have a food fight with it later on. So, anyway.
Hey,
it's a good-looking cake. I can't wait to get in it. Thank you very much.
Now you can
and
have your
thank
cake
you to
and
everybody
eat
at
it
the
too.
studio. Now I can have my cake and eat it too. Wow, that's a good one. Great. You're on today. So what's going on with the sports world? There's a lot going on.
There is a lot going on in sports right now. I can't, like, there's so many, we could be here for an hour or two just on mental, just to mention a few things or a few sports or things that's happening, or we can go in depth like a NCAA men's basketball.
Yeah, and we'll do that, by the way. We're going to have a show.
So it's like, I can't wait for that.
Next week, we'll have the show.
Absolutely. So as far as the standout for me for the last week or so, it's, I've been, as a Knights fan, I've been trying to be reserved, as not to hype it, jinx it, whatever you want to call it. Maybe I'm a little bit superstitious, but they're actually playing good. They're playing decent hockey right now. I'm pleased with them. They're ahead in their division. They can be mentioned with the Tampa Bay, the Islanders, Toronto, and Toronto's playing real good.
Playing lights out.
Yes, but they're still right there in being able to be mentioned with them. So I'm pretty stoked as a Knights fan right now.
The Knights are playing very, very good hockey. Stone is a great leader. I mean,
he wasn't playing last night,
yeah,
and we saw the difference.
See the difference? 2-0 to the Wild. It's surprising to me that the Knights have been playing so good, and then they go into Minnesota. They're tired. A little tired traveling. They had won two. What did they win? 6 in a row, 7 in a row.
It was 6 in a row, and then Fleur was gonna be his 7th in a row, and then boom.
Yeah, they lost 2-0 last night, but that's a given. I actually thought it was going to be tough in Minnesota, but it's wear and tear, man. You're not going to win every game, but the Knights are playing good. I mean, they're playing great hockey, and it's very, very exciting. It's very exciting. What's going on with the NBA? What do you think of that All-Star game? Lights out game, huh? What fun.
So watching old school basketball, I've always when the All-Star game I used to think was a little bit gimmicky, but then I'm not understanding it. It's like being that get off my lawn guy. But then I started to embrace it for what it was. It's an exhibition game. It's where these guys, they just have fun. It was good to see certain players together, like seeing Steph and LeBron on the same team, on the same court, trying to win a game. Awesome. I was watching a clip where Giannis, when they told him what the teams were, he's like, "Oh, we already won."
Yeah,
that's the confidence he has. But then not only that, but he went out there and he won the MVP.
Yeah, 16 for 16.
Yes,
didn't miss a shot.
Didn't miss one, and
but
a couple of those threes, I'm like, "Don't do it, don't tarnish it," and boom.
It was his day. I'm curious, what did you think about LeBron giving up his minutes for other guys and not even playing in the second half? He played only 13 minutes. I thought that was one of LeBron's cooler moves as a professional. I thought it was really cool what he did.
Just like how we tend to complain about him not taking the shots when he's supposed to. It's just the unselfish ways, his unselfishness. It just showed how much. It's not just for him; it's for the league, and he did that. He didn't need to be out there. Durant wasn't out there. He didn't play, but that's how LeBron is. LeBron likes to share to let other people shine.
Yeah, it was nice.
He's gonna get his when he made another All-Star for him. But now let these other guys do their thing. Yeah. And they were having so much fun.
Oh, they had a lot of fun out there. It was a fun game.
I saw
Lillard
Harden smiling.
Oh yeah.
Lillard
and Steph, those half-court shots. They call him Logo Lillard. That he shoots the ball from a logo now. I mean, unbelievable, him and Steph. It was a thrill to watch. I mean, you know who surprised me in the game? And those guys, it's a given they're going to play great, so I'm not surprised. I thought Jaylen Brown looked great. I thought he really stepped up and really proved that he belongs and he's one of the boys because he looked really good.
He surprised me because I didn't expect him to. I thought maybe he'll get his few points here and there, but then to see he was right there with the boys to say, not necessarily like showing it, puffing his chest out saying I belong, but his play showed you why he
was great. He
belonged. So
he was great. I really enjoyed it, and Tatum played pretty well too. So both those Boston guys.
You know who didn't play well? Because they didn't play.
Who?
Embiid and Simmons because they had to get a haircut.
They had to get a haircut for the game. I mean, it drives me crazy. It's okay. Embiid's hair never looks good. So, I mean, it's always wild. But his hair never looks good.
Hey. If I can grow hair,
your hair always looks good.
My hair will look just like that.
You always look good, brother. It's never messy. Your hair always is just looking tight and right. Tight and right, brother. But, I mean, it was a fun game. And we got NCAA basketball coming up, men and women's tournaments. Give me a couple interesting facts about what you think about the men and the women. I want to know both because I enjoy watching both. I hope you all watch the women. A lot of people, NCAA women, they don't watch it. It's a great game. It's a great game. There's some really good teams in the tournament this year, and of course the men's. What a blast! Everybody loves March Madness.
With the women's, NC State, I think is the. It's almost disrespectful to say they're the dark horse, but just the way they play, they're consistent, and you think that if they go on a run, they can be very dangerous.
Yeah, they're a good ball club. But they beat the top teams.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like disrespectful to say that they're a dark horse because they've beaten the top teams.
They've already beat Louisville. They've already beat South Carolina.
But they're dangerous.
Yeah.
So dark horse is not it, but in the bubble, I think they're a dangerous team. So a UConn and a Stanford, we know they're going to be there. It's just a matter of, hey, don't sleep on NC State if they're your opponent.
I don't think you can sleep on Louisville. I don't think you can sleep on South Carolina. I mean, those are all good basketball teams. They've taken turns beating each other. But the thing about it is UConn is prolific. Do you realize that UConn has 7 freshmen on that team?
Do
you realize that Beekert is the best player in the country, a freshman?
Yes.
Page, number 1. They got 7 freshmen on UConn. I don't think they're beatable. Stanford looked pretty good against UCLA. UCLA's a good team. UCLA can play. They'll do some damage. Nobody's going to beat UConn. You heard it here. Nobody will beat UConn. UConn wins the women's side, and who wins the men's side?
You know what? Maybe it's what have you done for me lately? But I really like Michigan the way the way Juwan Howard is coaching them right now, and just he's sometimes you see a coach like you see a Coach K, he'll win his conference, and then it's like just a smile and no. Howard was really happy, and when the coach is happy and you're doing everything, everyone's happy, and you play with confidence, and I like the way they look. That's the team that's playing well, especially coming from the Big Ten. I think they can do it. Does the Big Ten, do they beat up on each other? Yeah. Baylor still not. A
lot of talent in that conference.
Yes.
Kansas, don't sleep on Kansas.
But I also think Gonzaga is going to be the first number 1 team to get knocked out.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something telling me Gonzaga is going to win it all. I think that they haven't had to play much competition, but they're really good, and I'm actually going to pick Gonzaga to win it all.
You heard it here first, and we need to do bracketology yet.
UConn on the women's side, Gonzaga on the men's side. Watch it happen. I don't think, in the end, I kept saying Gonzaga hasn't played anybody. All year I've been saying that. But then I watch them play, and I stop and I watch them play. There's a lot of talent there. They got some really good players. That kid, Timmy, I don't know if you've seen him play. He's a presence in the middle, man. He's a great ball player. So I'm going to go with Gonzaga. I'm going to pick them to win it all and have an undefeated season. One of the, rare in sports, an undefeated season. Them and the Miami Dolphins. Watch it happen. What do you think? I mean, give me. You're saying Baylor. You said Michigan, right?
Yeah, I like the way Michigan's
So
playing.
we're going to have a couple side bets again.
Yeah.
Okay. Next week, watch our tournament show. It'll be dedicated specifically to both the women's and the men's. We'll go through the brackets. We'll have some fun with it. We'll have a special show for that. And please watch us. Continue to watch us. Watch all our shows. Continue to like us. We always appreciate it. And hopefully we bring good knowledge. We bring good knowledge to our viewers, and our viewership really grows. So thank you. What else you want to talk about? Major League Baseball is coming. We'll talk about that as we get closer, April 1st.
Bobby Bonilla Day.
Bobby Bonilla Day. We had golf. DeChambeau won the latest tournament, driving the ball 350 yards at a crack. Man, that guy can hit it, brother.
Yes, he can. And I was surprised it's not one of the the younger 25-year-old guys to win the tournament, but he was just spectacular this weekend. I think what he said, he did not have out of 17 holes.
He didn't have a bogey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was sometimes
he finished really great.
You're just hot.
He finished great.
And he was hot this weekend, and he
had a great Sunday. He had a really wonderful day on Sunday, and he hits the ball well, and when he's accurate, I mean, it's amazing to watch that guy, how he bulked up. If you look at him 2 years ago, his size now. So he hits the ball, but a lot of guys bulk up and they lose accuracy or whatever. He stayed talented. So that was fun to watch, and of course, NASCAR in Vegas.
NASCAR in Vegas. It was a good weekend for us here in Vegas, having a sport event. Another sport event where we can actually have spectators and stuff. So, but what I want to mention is Larson, our winner.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago.
Another young guy.
Yeah, well, not a couple of years ago, but he got suspended last year for for a racial slur, for using a racial slur, and then this was his I think he's Team Hendricks was the one
right.
that basically hired him on to race for him. They won the race. He won the race. But what's ironic is the only black player in the sport right now actually was the first one over there to congratulate him. So it's like one of those, like, I don't believe in the whole cancel culture. Do I think that you should be held accountable for what you've done and said? Absolutely. But that shouldn't mean you should cancel, because the man has a family and all that stuff. We live and we learn, because none of us are perfect.
No.
So if that's the case, we all get canceled. No. It's we live and we learn, and we move on. And
we all make mistakes.
Absolutely.
We all say the wrong things sometimes. We all make mistakes. It's part of human nature, and to forgive is a great quality for people to have. And I don't think we forgive enough in this world. All of a sudden, we want to make straight cuts on everybody and make a judgment and live with it. I think a lot of times we need to be more sensitive to our fellow human being, and that's a good point you make. Another gentleman that is sensitive on that subject. We've known what's happened with Bubba. To go up and congratulate him, that's pretty awesome after that type of slur. So anyways, NASCAR goes on. We different winner every week, which is crazy now. It's golf, NASCAR, there's a lot of talent in it, and
it's like the year of the anomaly. Like something
it's so much talent.
you can't guess. The regular guys, they'll win here and there, but some guy this year is going to be the year that he emerges as a star for the next few years and stuff. Before, I wanted to talk to you about the NFL season. There are a few moves right now.
It's heating up. Draft isn't that far away, end of April, and free agency's coming up.
Yes.
And a lot of movement. A lot of quarterbacks are going to move, and the draft is loaded. The draft is loaded. So much talent this year. It's going to be a difference maker in the NFL. I can't wait for the draft.
My thing as a fan, at times I'm frustrated, because what I feel that the team needs over the years, they've never addressed it, and usually it's addressed off of a fluke where a guy gets picked in the 4th round or so, emerges as a star.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Nothing against, the talent is there. You've been drafted, but my problem is what's wrong? What are these GMs looking at? Are they what is a Mel Kiper Jr. looking at, or Todd McShay?
Those are the guys.
But those are the guys that have been wrong all these years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, football, let's face it, more than any sport is a game of heart. That fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh round guy that steps up and has a great career, it's a guy that just outplayed everybody, outpracticed everybody, outhit everybody. Football is one sport where you don't have to be the most talented guy to be the most successful. And a lot of times the most talented guys are lazy, so lazy. And that's the problem. They've had it all their way in college. They get to the pros, they think they're going to get catered to, and they don't get catered to. You see it happen often in the NFL. And gosh, you look at a kid like Deshaun Watson. I mean, yeah, he's highly drafted out of Clemson. He's okay. He wants out of Houston. He's going to cry until he gets out of Houston. And his reasons are his reasons. It's not my business. I'm not that close to it. But what I'm saying is, that kind of mentality, a few years into the league, you really don't need it. And a lot of guys have his type of mentality. Oh, trade me, I need it.
But remember when he first came in the league, that team was looked at as was going to be one of the elite teams moving forward. Yeah. But then you have Bill O'Brien that basically gutted the team. So then he ruined it. So then that culture contained a player. Yeah. Because you have a DeAndre Hopkins, one of the best receivers. Oh, and then now his number one weapon is gone. So that would have been deflating.
Look at
for you.
J.J. Watt.
Why is
a good citizen?
Why is Mr.
Hey. Yeah.
Why would he? So I'm saying it's like
That's
it's not all
it's
not all on him. It's something's wrong. Like Houston,
we
have a problem.
Wrong. The culture is wrong. The culture is wrong. But
do you think? Speaking of J.J. Watt, do you think he's going to be a difference maker in Arizona?
With J.J., wear and tear and injuries will tell. He's had a great career, but the last few years, too many injuries. He's missed a lot of games. I just think all that hard work, all that training, the NFL is a rough place when you get double teamed every single week after week. When you're double teamed, eventually it wears your body down. I don't care how hard you work in the off season. You can never make up for getting beat up all game long. And it comes to wear on you.
Yeah, but do you think he overtrains?
It's going to happen to Darnold soon. I mean, Aaron Donald, in the middle there, he gets double teamed every game. It's tough, man. It's a tough sport. Those big men leaning on you. Anyways, we'll talk a lot more NFL over the weeks, and as we get closer to the draft and free agency, and they figure out what the true salary cap is. They haven't even established it yet. It's supposed to happen today, I think. But a lot of sports to talk about, a lot of things going on. Of course, we'll talk NBA on our NBA show. We have a lot to talk about. But anything else you want to close with today? Quickly, what did you think of the UFC before we finish up today? Pretty much what you thought, or surprises? Or
so Sterling was the surprise for me. I wasn't expecting him to win.
Of course, yeah. He wouldn't have won.
But he was clearly losing the fight. And it's one silly mistake that caused him, or caused Jan to lose the fight.
Yeah.
But hey, at the end of the day, we got to know the rules.
Yeah.
And we got to follow the rules. And he paid the price.
Paid a big price.
I guess what he won't be doing next time, kicking a guy when he's
both knee right to the forehead. Ooh, that was vicious.
Yes.
And then Alessandro, he's too small against a great fighter like that. And again, he is a great UFC guy. He's great for the game. But when you go against Berkowitz, he's a big, strong grappler, and he came in 25 pounds heavier, 20 pounds heavier. It's tough against a great professional to beat him. And he hung in there. He was great. It isn't like he fought a bad fight.
No, it's not like he got knocked out.
No, he fought tough, but you got to get in your proper weight class.
Oh, take your time and go up in weight class like everyone else does.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna have, a good heart, good fight. He fought the fight. He didn't embarrass himself out there.
No, he was great.
It showed a few more pounds on him. He would have been very successful.
Yeah, and I bet against him. And I was lucky. I bet on Sterling, and he won. Good fortune. Of course, Nunez was a joke.
Thank you
I bet that would be the first round knockout.
Thank you for betting on my fellow Jamaican. So appreciate that.
You betcha. Listen, I'm a giver. Anyways, it's so much going on in sports. We got a lot of NCAA stuff coming up. Thanks for your input on this show. You always have great things to talk about, and you shed a lot of light on a lot of great sports, so thank you. It's always a pleasure working together and co-hosting these shows. Thank you.
No, thank you for being here. You could have been anywhere else, but you were here on your birthday. We appreciate that.
This is important to me, to be here any day. I don't care what day it is, except for I will miss on my daughter's wedding. So, but that's about 15 years away, hopefully. So anyways, thanks for watching. Please continue to like us, share it with your friends. Watch us on Roku, watch us on YouTube. We have a great audience right now. It continues to grow. Tell your friends about it. Please share the show with others. We thank you for watching, listening, and we look forward to talking to you next week. And don't forget to watch our NBA show that's we put out every week that's strictly dedicated to NBA right now. God bless. Thanks for watching.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. God bless. Have a great day. Thank you.